Okay, so I guess I'm ready to go here. I haven't been able to do any preparation or setup, only a couple notes that I wanted to say for today. I'm going to do what's called a potpourri, a little mixed bag, different things, a couple suggestions, a couple of recommendations, and then a couple of comments about, I guess I'll start with that first. I just heard the lockdown is going to be a province-wide lockdown for Ontario, starting in a couple days, and it's going to last for a month. I have been trying to tell people that this is going to go on for a long time. The news won't tell you that. They keep trying to be upbeat and trying to say, oh, everything's fine, vaccine's coming and everything, don't worry. It's nonsense, don't believe them. This thing is lethal. If you look at the UK, they have now a new, more lethal strain. Everyone is banning people from the UK, at least for a few days. I think it's going to end up being longer. So I think you're going to have to be prepared to have more bad news come, and it's not going to be good news at all. So let's get into some of my picks. I just finished watching Hacker. I know it's a long time ago, 2016, but I was talking with a gentleman from Vietnam, and he knows a lot about computers and whatnot, and he recommended I watch it, so I did so. It's a true story about Alex Daniluk. I hope I pronounced that right. He's from Ukraine, but he moved here, and I highly recommend you watch it if you haven't seen it. I won't spoil anything about it, but you'll learn some valuable information on why you should be very protective of your information and your bank information. So I highly recommend you watch that. The one that I watched was something I saw recommended. It's called American Utopia. It's about the Talking Heads, who, although I come from a musician's family, I never knew any of Talking Heads songs except Burning Down the House, because it seemed to be on the radio every half hour. So I watched that. I liked a couple of their songs. I think it's called Here and Lazy, and something about the government. So it's kind of an interesting movie. It's just, they're simple songs, but they're very they have good choreography, but it's very simple. Some people in the write-up said it was the best night of their life, and I think that could only be if they've never been outside the house. It was good, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't like the best band in the whole world. So I was shocked. I thought they were Australian, but they are indeed American. But it was interesting. If you're into Talking Heads, you'll love it. But if you're not, I think it'll just be one of those so-so. The one that I watched that I really liked, sorry about that, got a little construction going on. He just gave a little extra. I'm just trying to find my notes here. I think it was called, I'll have to, let me go to something else before I get to that. I watched two Will Ferrell movies, Downhill and Eurovision Song Contest. I watched them actually a while ago, but it just occurred to me I would like to talk about them. Will Ferrell is so funny. And in Downhill, it's about his relationship with his wife. And I think, how would I say this? I think if you're in a relationship, it's a great movie to watch with your partner. It was both funny, and there's some commentary about relationships and how the man and woman see things different from their perspective. So I thought that was a good take on relationship movies. And I thought the acting was very good. The story itself was quite simple, but it was worth a watch. As for Eurovision, that was, I didn't know until I went to Europe about this, but it is so big there. This song, it's kind of like here they have, I never watch it, but here they have, what's that one with Simon Cowell? And then they have, for the American version, they have Howard Stern and Mel B. I don't know the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. So they have people sing and then they whittle it down. So in Europe, it is huge. And so they made a movie about it. Not a great movie, but a funny, interesting movie. It's kind of just like a lark. But Will Ferrell was, again, funny. I find everything he does to be good, just from my perspective. What else do I have? I saw a movie on a documentary, very short, but it's called Hard to Believe, about the Falun Gong, Falun Dafa in China. You can watch that if you want. I won't make too many comments about it. And then Kingdom of Silence is the one I wanted to mention. I might have mentioned that a couple days ago. Kingdom of Silence about Jamal Khashoggi. I think actually I did talk about it. I can't remember the name of, or maybe that was part of it. That's why I have it up at the top. Okay. Anything else? No, that's I told you I'm not very organized today. Okay, I'm looking at that. So I heard Eminem's new song Nat, G-N-A-T, and then I was talking to a youngster about his songs. He heard another song and he wasn't very impressed. I liked Eminem's movie from years and years ago, 8 Mile, but I'm not into rap or any of these songs. I did watch a series, I think, about the murder of Biggie Small, and I watched that when I was in Japan. I highly recommend that. I really like that. I didn't know too much about it. It's something I just was never interested enough to do the research. But that series about the cop in LA who investigated that, I thought that was just great. So I highly recommend you watch that if you get the chance. And then I was watching a bit of Ken Burns' Vietnam War and a bit of Ken Burns' country music. Those are both worth watching if you have the time. I guess that's it. One song I did want to mention that I heard from years ago from, I think it's Young Einstein, is Great Southern Land. If you're not familiar with that song, you can look that up. It's funny how Australians, some say, should be their national anthem, that song. So I love that song. Really enjoy that. I'm going to try to do more things about Australia because I'm trying to learn a bit more about that country. I've never been, and I am missing out by not having gone there. And there was there something else I wanted to say? It's not coming to me, so I'm going to end it there. Yeah, okay, so you're going to have to be prepared to hear some bad news coming, okay? But I thought I'd let you know. Okay, bye-bye.